We're here in Southern California at the LA Coliseum for a special coaches show with head coach Shelley Klaes-Bawcombe. And coach, it's been kind of a whirlwind of a few days. Sunday, falling in the CAA title game, to that night finding out you have an at-large bid, not just in, but to get to come to USC for the first ever West Coast NCAA tournament game. I mean, for you as a coach, what's the last few days been like?
I mean, just like you said, it's been a whirlwind, but we're so excited to be here, having another opportunity and giving our program a second chance. It takes a lot of hard work for the selection committee to be able to respect your body of work to get to this point, especially as the sport grows and more parity comes into play. So we really feel honored to be able to be the one team that gets flown out to the West Coast to be able to represent the East Coast in the first ever West Coast game.
So let's talk about the last few days. Really a short turnaround. Kind of Monday was the day off, and then you got to work on Tuesday. Flew yesterday, but you did get a practice in before we left yesterday. What did you guys really hone in on in those 2 days of practice before we came out to LA?
Well, first of all, I laughed when you said Monday was a day off, and then I realized, oh yeah, for the athletes it was a day off. Monday was crazy, planning a trip for 40 people across the country in 24 hours. But we really are just trying to focus back in on the basics. We obviously broke down offensively and defensively in the championship game against Towson. So we needed to find a way to clean that up a little bit more, getting our on-ball footwork a little bit better, getting our communication off-ball and managing cutters better. Tweaking maybe some of our offensive systems and our defensive systems to try to put our best foot forward. And the girls responded to that really well. I think they liked the fact that, we're not just doing the same thing, that we're willing to make adjustments within our program to be the best version of JMU that we can be coming out. So I really appreciate their trust in us as coaches to be able to buy into whatever we're adjusting, tweaking, to be able to go out there to fight again.
So let's talk about the first round opponent, Stanford. It's a team you've played. This program's played 5 times. JMU leads the all-time series 3-2, and a team that we faced off in the NCAA tournament back in 2010 in Harrisonburg. Also a coach you're pretty familiar with Amy Bacher. Just talk about this program, what their strengths are, and kind of how you attack the Cardinal going into tomorrow.
I mean, obviously, Stanford's a great program. I think they show that with our results this season, and they're a program that's getting better every year. Coach Bacher has done a great job of even raising their level, maybe since we've seen them recently. But it doesn't change the fact that, our record versus them shows that they're a beatable team. If we go about this the right way, it's all about being the best team. I think, Stanford offense is really, really strong. They move the ball really well. They share the ball really well, and they're able to execute under pressure. So it's going to be a nice challenge for our defensive unit to try to limit their tendencies and be able to keep up with the ball movement as it continues. Defensively, our ability to execute under pressure has to happen. In the Towson game, we just had way too many turnovers, and our shot selection wasn't strong enough. We were only 6 for 19, and for a program like JMU, who leads the conference in shooting percentage, it's just not good enough. We have to step up and be a better team if we think we're going to be able to compete tomorrow.
This is obviously a unique trip for you as a coach, especially for your players, a lot of whom have never even been further west than when they went to Colorado earlier in the season. But how neat is it to be able to bring your program out to a city like LA to play in front of a stadium that has hosted Super Bowls and the Olympics here at the LA Coliseum?
It's incredible, I've been a coach that's coached at some of the highest levels. I've, played in and coached Elite 8 teams multiple times, and I don't know if I've had the opportunity to compete in this kind of a venue, minus in 1996 when I went to Japan to represent American coaches, and I got to compete before the U19 World Cup competition. This is just an incredible honor for JMU to not only be in this game, but to make our mark on history, and to be doing it in a venue that has such historical value. Olympic champions have been here. Presidents want to be in this facility. Even non-sport related celebrities respect and recognize the awesomeness involved in competing in Los Angeles Coliseum. So we're really excited to be here, to be bringing our purple and gold passion, bringing that Duke Dog pride all the way out to Los Angeles.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck tomorrow as JMU and Stanford battle it out in the first round at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. on the East Coast. You can watch that on the Pac-12 portal for USC. Links are available at jmusports.com. Coach, good luck tomorrow, and go Dukes.
That's right, go Dukes.